Hi everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're enjoying some of the profits we're all finally taking. At least that if you had gotten into the market at the right time. Thankfully we did as a community, so congrats again to my community members for taking upwards of 220% from Solana in 20 hours. Otherwise, I think we had some trades we took roughly a month ago take off here recently as well. So awesome stuff. Patience pays off. Okay. So that being said, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to just go ahead and take a look at some standard stuff here, of course, descending trends, ascending trends, overextension, and a handful of other things as well, maybe traditional markets and Bitcoin dominance, kind of get perspective on what's going on. And then obviously help you understand where it's going to go next. Again, you are new to this channel, consider becoming a community member. CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below. We also have an amazing community where we're all learning and growing together. Everyone's taking some serious profits here. Again, just fantastic work, everyone. K71, geez, well done on GMT there. I particularly like what Mechanical Investor is doing. It's been very, very consistent with his trading and using Bitget exchange as well, which is my favorite exchange because it's just the reason why I partnered with them. I'm very selective in who I familiarize myself with, and they offer a $10,000 prize pool monthly. They take good care of my community, so I'm very happy about that. Just make sure you use the link down below in order to qualify, or if you already use Bitget, you can go ahead and add yourself to my roster there to qualify for that just by default. It's really as simple as trading volume and profit and loss ratio. Okay, so simple ways to qualify for that. And again, if you are in the States, which a lot of my members are, you do get 3 months free with a 12-month plan through ExpressVPN. I've been using them for years. They're fantastic, but you do need an actual virtual private network in order to use leverage for any exchange, just kind of the way that it works. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in here with Bitcoin. We've had a lot of days of consistency here. So keep in mind, we were getting somewhat overextended here, right? So we're at a 9+ for bullish days. In other words, this is basically taking the fourth previous candlestick and counting up until a 9. And once you hit 9, you're pretty much overextended. But that doesn't just, this is a very smooth continuation though. It's a fairly healthy pattern, you could say. So if you look at it this way here, what we want to do is we want to look at the RSI concurrently. If the RSI is below 70, which it is, there's still more room to run. Okay, so keep in mind, even though we are overextended and technically a pullback would make sense and we're expecting it, I wouldn't say that we're maxed out yet by any stretch. Okay, because again, if we look at smaller time frames, you're going to see some healthy up over patterns that I like to look for, and that tells me that we could see further running from Bitcoin. Keep in mind, traditional markets are drawing fairly dead. They're pretty much even, and Bitcoin's up by 1%. So that's a really good sign in the overall sense of things. So, me personally, I would love to see a price point at 17,000 again to buy that dip, because we know that's going to work as a strong support level with this previous Fibonacci retracement level at 16.9. So in essence, we're in pretty good shape here right now. And what we're doing right now is also retesting this level. 17,300 is a difficult place to cross, or it has been previously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like almost 7 trading days we've seen before, allowing that to work as a resistance. Not only that, it's a Fibonacci retracement level at 0.618, which is equally a very strong and or resistant level. Okay, in other words, when you're below it, it works as a resistance. When we're above it, it should be a strong support. So hypothetically today we close above that level, we average ourselves out sideways, we'll have more room to run from there. So I think that we have a strong probability of hitting 17,800 and or even 18.5 range in the next couple of weeks. It may not happen immediately, but ideally we see the price go sideways for a few days, get a nice little reset, and then move up our way through the Fibonacci retracement levels. Okay, so everything's looking very, very good here. Let's take a quick peek at the moving averages. I think they're the 50 and the 20 are below, of course. The 200 is trailing behind. Let's see. 200's upwards of about 19,500. So this is awesome stuff here. In other words, when we can inevitably get over the 200-day simple moving average, that's a case in point where we're going to be in much better shape for the market. Okay, and I don't foresee that happening immediately. It'll probably take a couple months to get there. I doubt we're going to see some type of run to that level. If we do run and hit that level, we're going to get rejected pretty hard, so we really don't want that. Either way, that's where we're at for Bitcoin. Looking honestly fairly healthy on the daily. A lot more likelihood of a further upside. And we can also see the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour here working as a nice little ascending trend. Okay, so when you see the 50 working concurrent with trend lines, that gives you reassurance that you're on the right side of the tracks. Okay, so as long as we can maintain a price point above the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour, we're in good shape there. Same story as well for the daily, but obviously those trail behind a lot slower, so you don't see that kind of growth on shorter term timeframes. That being said though, if we take a look at the 4 hour, we can see RSI is maxing itself out a little bit. So we're getting a little greedy here, retesting this level. But once again, that greed is a very real thing. We could very well see some shorts get squeezed out and them hedge their shorts with longs once they're closed. Because what naturally happens is a lot of short positions will have a sell order at that level, and they'll also concurrently have a buy order just above that. That's what causes that spike to occur, because obviously the whole buy and sell dynamic. But generally speaking, the shorts will hedge their longs based on the fact that the price is moving past their stop loss. So in that sense, what we see here is a retest of this level, a nice little cup handle, or more so a handle without the cup. I mean, you could kind of argue that this is a cup, it's just kind of an ugly one. But generally speaking, it's retesting that level, trying to break above. So if we can keep a price point of 17,300 above at closing today, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape to be able to maintain the price sideways. If we lose that level, we could very well see somewhere in the range of, again, 17 or 16.9 as a retest. But the likelihood of breaking below 69 and 17,000 is very low at this point, considering how well it's done at this previous price point, and now we've broken firmly above, and that will reaffirm itself as a support. So I'm feeling very short-term bullish on Bitcoin. And again, do not mistake that. The word bullish should be used lightly, and I am using it lightly here because the fact that the price isn't going to just explode, right? We're used to, last year and the year before when the price just takes off. This is still a bear market until we confirm otherwise. We shouldn't expect parabolic behavior unless, of course, you're following Gala and other coins like that, which I have been covering too. So generally speaking, we're in pretty decent shape here. But let's take a look here at the MACD. We got somewhat of a bounce, so it's really gaining more momentum again to the upside. In essence, we don't have any reason for the price to pull back. But again, if we can't close over 17.3 today, that's the confirmation I'm looking for. I would think that we're more likely to pull back than we are to go sideways. Okay, so take a look at the hourly. Let's see if we got any kind of overextensions here, which we really don't. This is, again, fairly healthy. And just to kind of get perspective, you take a look at this continuation that I mentioned before. Again, 9 days of bullish momentum here, right? Or basically 10th day here. So if we're at a 10 on TD sequential, for lack of better terms. The reason why I'm not concerned with that is the simple fact that we have this nice, healthy pattern. Look at how awesome this is. Okay, up, over, allowing periods of consolidation every leg up. Okay, that is a tried and true, perfect, consistent pattern that allows for consistency and less volatility. We want less volatility at this point right now from Bitcoin, so that way our alts don't have to get hit very hard, right? Because if Bitcoin drops, just chunks down to 16.5, we're going to see a bloody red altcoin market. Bitcoin dominance will be on the rise even though it's going down. We don't want that. We want Bitcoin dominance to continue to increase as it has so far and effectively continue to go sideways. In other words, Bitcoin dominance has gone down, right? And that essentially tells us that the altcoins are going up. In order for the alts to maintain themselves, we don't want this to just jump right back up. But Bitcoin dominance coming down and the price going up, that's a very good sign. We would like to see that. We want to see that. All right, so again, we want Bitcoin dominance to stay level and or decrease. That way, the price continues to increase. It really just tells us there's new money coming into the market. It's really all there is to it. So again, some awesome stuff there. Let's go right back to the hourly and kind of wrap this up here. Ichimoku Cloud is a case in point where, again, I'm not really super concerned. We've already taken profits on, majority of our profits from our current Bitcoin open trades as our community. But just note here, though, that the lagging span being intersected with the price action in the last 24 hours does imply that you should have taken some profits. But once again, conversion line just crossed above the baseline. We're holding above the cloud, both the upper and lower lead. So we've got 2 out of 3 support levels here, for lack of better terms, telling us that, hey, you want to let it ride. So that's another reason why we're letting our trade positions stay open, and we're not trying to open any shorts at this point because, again, we're looking fairly healthy in the overall sense of things. Again, this continuation is extremely healthy, and that's what we want to look for. So to me, I like what I see here. Bitcoin looks very good and very nutritious. Sorry, I'm reaching here for healthy puns, but it's definitely good. All right, so that's the bottom line. I think that we shouldn't experience a significant pullback. If we do, I would just say we close below 17,300 today, then there's a stronger potential we'll see 17,000 or 16.9 retested. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, and I think that we'll see that in the relative near future. But between now and then, I would just be cautiously optimistic.
just treat it like a loaded gun and just be careful, because it could very well pull back, and I think it's more likely to pull back, but I wouldn't be expecting anything dramatic or significant. Okay, very healthy continuation, good patterns, cause less volatility, and I think we're looking pretty good here. All right, hopefully that made sense for you. Thanks again for joining me. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.